I almost died in 2019. I almost died, man. For real. I had to have emergency brain surgery and shit. 2019, they rushed me to the hospital. Because I've been healthy my whole life, you know? Never had no health issues my whole adult life. I ain't had a cold or nothing. I mean, they got the chicken pox when I was 33 and shit, which is weird. Because that's some weird shit to catch when you ain't got no kids, you know what I mean? What the fuck you got chicken pox for? Where you catch that shit at? But yeah, and I've been eating plant-based since like 2019, no, maybe 10 years I've been on a plant-based diet, you know? And I work out for fun, you know, like 3 times a week. And I had a seizure in a vegan restaurant. Ain't that a bitch? Dead ass, I was in a vegan restaurant. Most meat eaters laugh when I say that shit. Because they be like, that's what your ass get. Your ass low on iron, you need to eat some meat, motherfucker. You was having a Big Mac attack. But nah, I had a seizure, man. I went out to lunch with my family, man, and I just started short-circuited this shit. And I didn't know what the fuck was happening to me, man. And when some shit happened and your mind start thinking fast, like you trying to figure this shit out. And I'm like, I know my heart wasn't hurting, so I knew it wasn't a heart attack. I didn't think it was a stroke, because shit, I work out 3-4 times a week, plus I'm in a vegan restaurant. Now, you don't get no more healthy than that. Shit, I'm alkaline like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? I said, damn, I must be dying, shit. I never died before. I don't know what it felt like, you know what I mean? It felt like Thanos hit me with 5 infinity stones and shit. I tried to walk off death. I'm like, fuck, I don't walk this shit off. And my kids, my kids were there. I ain't want to die in front of my children, man. You know, they thought I was playing. They was like, Daddy, I don't like this game. I'm like, this ain't a game, motherfucker. Daddy fucked up right now. Dead ass, bro. It's fucked up situation. But thanks for laughing at my fucking almost death too. Y'all don't give a fuck about me, goddammit. I know, I feel you. Thank you. But I couldn't control my body, so I said I'm gonna focus on my breathing. I know if I'm breathing, I know I'm still alive. So I was like, breathe, breathe, breathe. And I was able to center myself. And then I was sweating. My sweat just went like, psh. And then my right arm was dead, and my speech started to go and shit, you know? And then the paramedics came with their Proud Boy haircuts. And I'm like, this is no time to be political, you know what I mean? Hi, guys, you know what I mean? And they took me to the hospital and found out that my brain was bleeding, man. I had a bleed on my brain, man, and it needed emergency surgery. And I was in a fucked up situation because I went into the hospital on a Friday. When you go in the hospital on a Friday, it's like getting arrested on a Friday. You ain't seeing a judge till Monday, goddammit. You know what I mean? But luckily there was a surgeon on staff, and he was smooth. He was a, young Doogie Howser looking motherfucker. He walked in, he was like, yeah, well, what you have is a cavernoma, and it's hemorrhaging right now. We're gonna have to perform an emergency craniotomy. And I was like, hell, let's do it. You know what I mean? I ain't know what none of that shit was. But I trusted this man with my life, man. He could have been the janitor dressed in a lab coat. Yeah, and he operated on me, and 9-hour operation, and I survived. Amen. Yes. Yes. Won't he do it? The Lord has held me in his bosom. Yeah, I got out of the hospital, man. I was religious, you know, for like 2 weeks. Then after that, I was back on my bullshit. All right, thank y'all. I'm Kyle Grooms. Y'all be safe. Peace.